fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. Why do we evaluate? Put simply, evaluation is a key part of the Toastmasters program. That is how we improve. We not only improve as speakers, but we also improve if we're the audience, because we can evaluate, pick up things that a speaker did well, and pick up things that we could improve on, that we think the speaker could improve on. So tonight, my job is to evaluate the speakers, evaluators, and the meeting as a whole. So first of all, I'll start off by evaluating the speech evaluators. David was our first evaluator, and he was evaluating Ada. Well, David clearly is a competent and confident evaluator. He is good because I've written down a lot of the things that he said that I'd already said. So if I'm good, he must be good. Not only that, but David's a man that asked me to come down as a guest. He phoned me up and he said, "It's David from HOD." And I said, "David from HOD?" He said, "Yes," he said, "down in Watford." He said, "Coralie's Club." "Oh, right, Coralie's Club." I knew where I was going. He said, "We'd like you to evaluate the whole meeting." He said, "I saw you speaking at Cornerstone, the Advanced Club. And despite that..." So here I am. So David is a very competent evaluator. He mentioned about the rule of three, using rhetorical devices, which was done by Ada, and which was very good. He also mentioned that Ada had a lot of enthusiasm. He was very humorous. And his movement, when he moved from being the doctor to back to himself, was also picked up. So some great commends there. David also mentioned his thought about how he could improve by slightly slowing down his pace. And in particular, when he was giving us some sad news, the face becomes sad, and you pause. Then you pick up again as you go along. So I thought it was a very good evaluation. We then had Andrew evaluating Ronnie, sorry, yes, Andrew did very well because he set out the speaker's objective, or the speech objectives, right from the start, so he was able to look and follow and see what Ronnie was going to actually speak about. She brought out things like asking, the fact she asked questions, very humorous, a little bit of humour on herself, which always connects with the audience, smiling, good techniques, bearing in mind it's number three speech. And also as well, I thought she did very well when she actually went back and summarised her evaluation. So thank you for that. I don't think we have time for me to make any sort of evaluation of Florian. He wasn't, I don't think he was an evaluation asked for, so perhaps better to leave it out.
Could have done it.
We then went on with Tony evaluating Coralie on the topics, and he gave a very effective evaluation. I thought it was very interesting what Coralie did, because normally I'm certainly used to working on my own topics or talking about a subject off the cuff, whereas in this instance I think it's quite clever for Coralie to do it in twos, and that was mentioned by Tony, and it brings a refreshing idea into Toastmasters, which again I think he picked up on and talked about it. He also, when he went into the evaluating the actual topic speakers, he gave very confident, good evaluations. He gave motivating evaluations. I think everybody that did a topics must have felt good about themselves, because topics is the hardest thing to do in Toastmasters, and definitely everyone I thought did well as well. He also, I can't read my own writing on this, excuse me a minute. He was very encouraging, and as well as commending, he also made some recommends. I remember him saying about the when you're working in twos, there's got to be a connection more. You're not on your own, and he mentioned about looking at the other person, but not actually depending on the other person. It's not an easy skill to do, but I thought everybody handled it really, really well, and I thought particularly the first two speakers, speaker and mimer, Satya and Richard, did a really good job. And again, I think that Tony picked up on all that. There was a lot of humour there amongst the topic speakers, and I think everybody, looking around at the audience, everybody enjoyed it. So I'll now go on to evaluate the meeting as a whole, in other words, the setup and other officials that were involved in the meeting. So just running through the timing, naughty, I think we went a little bit over. Somewhere along the timing is important, so I think Martin mentioned at the beginning, it's absolutely crucial we don't go over. And it's vital that even if you cut out what you're going to say, it's more important to finish on the time than it is what you're saying. It's absolutely key. But in fairness to everybody, I think the presentation at the beginning put us a little bit behind. So perhaps that can be forgiven, because it was a handover time of the year, and so therefore I'd rather want one or two other little things to be said during the meeting. So there is a bit of forgiveness on that. I thought to your welcomer, Michael, where is he? Michael, well done, excellent. Virtually signed up as a member, and I'd only just got into the door. I assume you're Vice President membership, are you? I thought you were. Never a guest. Never a guest. I think you did a great job. Do you have a Sergeant at Arms, or is Sergeant at Arms? Okay. Congratulations on the room setup. I think you've done a good job. We've got the banners out, the projector was all nicely ready to go.
Thank you, but I haven't done any of those.
Oh, you haven't? Never refuse
But I am the
credit.
Sergeant of Arms, so I get the appreciation.
Yes,
Thank
never refuse a credit, just nod and say thanks. The grammarian explained the word of the day. I thought it's Balmic, yes?
Yeah.
Very humorous. I enjoyed your summarising at the end. I thought you had excellent eye contact, and you're a fun sort of guy. You look very relaxed, and is that happy to be up here? More than what I am. Anyway. But again, Grunt Counter did very well, very attentive, listened to everything and gave a good report. You didn't have a joke master. No, you don't have one. Can I tell you the story? The funny thing Then I come on to the Toastmaster of the evening, Martin. Obviously has done the job before. I thought he took the meeting along very well. He introduced everybody in the right manner. He made he welcomed everybody again at the beginning of his session as Toastmaster, which is another good thing. Everyone feels relaxed, particularly the guests. I certainly found it a nice welcome and nice sort of atmosphere. I would say handovers, bit of a mix. Some were good and some weren't. One tip I can give on handovers is that make sure you don't just walk away. Always wait for the next person to come up onto the stage and just say, I'd now like to hand back over to Martin. So try to remember who you're following up from, their name. Try to remember the person's name that you're handing over to. A lot more professional, and it encourages the person as they come up. My other comments, so thank you, I've really enjoyed the meeting. I found it very interesting, particularly the education session that we've had from Florian. Very interesting indeed, and definitely learned a few sort of tips and ideas about speech, particularly about speech subjects as well. Now, I don't know if you commend, have a commendation for maybe the Toastmaster of the evening. You do? You don't? Do you care?
Explain.
Well, some clubs have a sort of a Toastmaster for the evening. So I will carry that tradition. This comes from North Bucks, and by the way, we're in District 71, so don't boo. So I give that to Ada. I thought he did really well. First speech, icebreaker, well done, Ada. I'd like to welcome back the Toastmaster of the evening, Martin.